So, Vince, it's a hot year. We've got an election this year. So do you feel that, putting personal views aside, do you feel Trump or Harris is better for housing and our industry?
I don't know how you do that, putting your personal views aside. But, that's an interesting question. I don't know that there's a great answer to that, honestly, because on the Trump side, I think what you're going to see is you're going to see folks coming out with, let's absolutely deregulate everything, except people don't like it when there are no rules around buying houses and there's no recourse around buying houses, and it makes it a little more difficult. I do think that under a Democratic administration, you see a lot of emphasis going to getting the disenfranchised or the folks who are less able to automatically be able to afford a house, more programs for the lower income strata of the economy. And frankly, those people need help to get into homes, and they should be able to get into homes. So I'm not sure which one is overall better. I applaud the Democratic ideals.
Yeah,
I understand the market, freedoms that the Republicans would want to put in here. But I'm not sure that history has shown us that either Republicans or Democrats make that much of a difference to the housing market.
Yeah, I think it boils down to Reagan. I'm your government. I'm here to help. Is the most dangerous words, because listen, you can talk on both sides. Obviously, no regulations is bad. We saw what happened. When we took actually regulations, and we also saw what happened was the genesis of like the 2000s was when the government got involved and said, hey, we should do more for people who shouldn't be necessarily buying homes. So it's a very
tough
thing either way.
It's a tough scenario. Listen, you can look at the Trump administration that was there before and go, how will that be for the marketplace? It was fine for the marketplace. And, there were economic recessions aside, or pandemics causing issues. You can look at the Biden administration or Biden-Harris and say that housing has not done poorly under that administration either, with the exception that interest rates are higher, but that's not that.
Yeah,
go ahead and roll your eyes like that. Well, I'm not sure exactly what that means. I don't think the president of the United States is setting the interest rates.
Oh, I agree.
Boy, listen, I like a good political fight as much as anybody, but I don't think that this is necessarily the stuff that's coming about because necessarily of the administration. Administration rules haven't changed so dramatically under either of these two groups that you can really say, wow, this administration is better for housing than that administration is better.
Okay.
I don't believe that's true.
Fair enough. So basically we're saying this election is potentially a nothing burger for housing, but the overall economy, and listen, I think where I do potentially have concerns is I know FHFA's initiative to do the second lien mortgages through Freddie Mac, and then probably through Fannie Mae. Like that's something that's going to release a lot of cash. So that will continue. We'll see that will have an impact. Whether what's
going to happen either administration. So it's really not. I don't really think that's.
I don't know. Why do you think?
Of course you don't know. Because nobody really knows.
No, of course.
No president wants to be. They don't want to be.
Either of us.
They don't want to be the anti-housing president. There's no president that wants to go, I would love to restrict people's ability. Every single one says we're going to try to find a way to make this go. Yeah. And I think the best thing they can do is just get out of the way as much as possible.
Yeah,
I know we're over time, and we should end this here. With once again,
I'll let you win this.
My victory on common sense.
For more on these and all of today's top stories, go to nationalmortgageprofessional.com.